Hey, thanks so much for taking the time today.
Hi,
I'm
Tessa.
Tessa with Mama's Geeky. Hey, guys. I
Mama's
want to
Geeky.
know-
Yeah.
Yes.
I was excited to talk to Mama's Geeky. I was like,
Dig
ooh,
Yeah,
who's
I
that
love
going to be? It's Tessa.
What'd you say
It's
about my
me.
mom?
So first of all, can you guys kind of tease like what the family dynamic is going to be like after the events of the end of the last season?
It's a struggle for leadership.
That's a great way to
Yeah.
put it. It's a struggle for leadership.
Yes, it's Shakespearean in its struggle to figure out who's in charge and what direction we're all going to take. I think it's safe to say Jeff would prefer to return to some suburban normality and do whatever he can to get there.
Yeah, and I think Callie's in a very different place. Of also, like, I think her parents, like Shauna and Jeff, are like, okay, let's just, in a strange way, again, even as Sarah, I'm like, how? But they're like, yeah, let's just go back to normal. And Callie is like, what? What? Like, we can't, what? We can't do that. And Callie's definitely on a journey for, like, wanting answers and to understand what's going on, her mom, herself, better. And so that also comes into play in the struggle for leadership, too. I think Callie's kind of like, well, if no one's going to be the adult, do I have to do it? But there's a lot of, there's a complete spectrum of emotions this season for all of us. There's hijinks, there's emotional moments. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Maturation.
Yes.
And not great. Not we're talking about like evolving, but there is maturation. Like people are growing
Absolutely.
into themselves and
Yeah.
like embracing that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm excited for you guys to
Yeah.
see it.
Thank you.
Roland, go ahead, please.
Hiya, Roland here from Tech Radar,
Hi.
all over in the UK.
Howdy.
Hi. So yeah, this one's for you, Warren. Jeff always seems to be kind of a bit of a lighter character and kind of more one you could say for a little comedic relief, particularly kind of in some of the earlier episodes of season 3 where he's kind of at the care home. Is his trajectory going to kind of go along there? Will he still be kind of the more relaxed guy, or
Well,
do we
the
see him
relaxed
taking
guy.
part then?
Jeff's arc in season 3, since I sense I'm talking to a sophisticate here. I think William Blake's Songs of Innocence and Experience might really encapsulate the journey that Jeff has gone through. No. Jeff is a lot of fun. He is gullible. He is naive. He's provincial or insulated in how he thinks, but there's a lot of potential in an empty vessel. You can kind of fill that with anything. And he is loyal, and he's really pure in a lot of his values. So to have those challenged and to have problems that need to be solved, he has to, you would imagine, grow a little bit and mature and evolve, or he's just going to get run over by the women in this family because they're very strong characters.
Excellent, thank you.
Sure.
Brian, go ahead, please.
Okay. Sarah, this question is for you. You mentioned your character going on a journey, and I was privileged to watch the first few episodes of season 3, and Callie really undergoes a change and starts lashing out a little bit. Without spoiling anything, could you talk about that?
Yeah, I think, everything for me playing Callie has always come back to the place of what she really wants, what she's longing for is like love from her mom. I feel like she has a bit more of that and that relationship with Jeff already, and she's really longing for it from Shauna. And especially in the earlier seasons, I think a lot of her behavior is coming from a place of not really understanding why that's not taking place and that's not happening, and she's looking for attention. And I think like early on in the season this year, that's another place where that's coming from. And I think she's also just she's trying to figure herself out. She's trying to figure her mom out. And so there's also an aspect of like, will this help us connect, but especially after all of the events of the end of season 2 and everything that happened at the compound too. And getting a glimpse of not quite understanding what's going on, but like some of what her mom is dealing with, and also the scene that Jeff and Callie share. I think it's season 2, episode 8, where Callie finds out about the baby. I think it's also just like coming from a place of like all the love that she does have for her mom, and she just doesn't know what to do with it. I think that's where it's a complex journey that we're on.
Callie's pretty evolved and surprising. And I don't know if I'm spilling the beans on anything, but
No. I'll take
Callie
that.
might be discovering that her parents are a mess and don't have everything figured out. There's always this moment we have in our lives where we realize our parents are just people.
Mm-hmm.
And, they don't
That's
have it all
becoming
figured out.
abundantly clear, I would say,
And
to her. Yeah.
Jeff certainly, I mean, at least as I've understood the scenes, is figuring out that his daughter's a lot older than, the girl he remembers or still envisions in his mind's eye of being his little baby. Like, she's taking care of him sometimes. And how's that feel?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed playing this season, like the directions that both relationships with her parents progress. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Kelly, go ahead, please.
Hi, Kelly from Harfield.com.
Hi.
Hi, Kelly.
I have a question. In the series, it seems like the relationships are constantly shifting and evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all talk about what will come for those relationships in season 3?
Where to go?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah, again, I feel
a
like
battlefield
yes,
for them to try and kind of work themselves out.
for sure. I think what's an interesting layer that's becoming more apparent to the audience this season maybe is again everyone's characters, but if we're talking about our family, it's like we're all getting more complex inside and like facing more things within ourselves. And so it's interesting to see how that affects the dynamic as a family and all the different elements and like aspects we get to play because of that. So that's like a kind of a new element or like complication maybe that it's like fun to see how that plays out. But again, I think Callie is on a journey this season really about like wanting to get answers so that she can be closer to herself, I think, and understand herself better. And again, like as Warren mentioned earlier, it's really like understanding the reality she's in with like where her parents are at and that they're flawed, they're just people. And in some ways, I feel like in some ways they're like less willing to face things. And Callie just wants to know what the heck is going on. So she is on a mission this season, and she's also she's maturing and being thrust into being more of an adult this season, which is really fun to play with.
Yes. Callie imposing her will into this family dynamic more and more is excellent. Sarah seems to relish in it, and certainly thrive in it.
Aw, I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fantastic. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Where are you from?
Georgia?
Georgia. All right.
Yeah.
I lived there for a bit, Fort Benning.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Russ, go ahead, please.
Hello, I'm Russ Melheim from The Direct. Great to speak with you guys.
Hi, Russ.
Hi, Russ. You look like a friend of mine, a writer, Wolf Coleman.
I'm not him,
Be his
but
brother,
I think that's a
like
compliment.
his doppelganger. Yeah.
Now, both of your characters have obviously experienced some traumatic events. If you guys were to select one that you think has had the most impact on each of you, or that you still just can't get over, and even if it's not the obvious answer, what would it be?
For our character, like that
Yeah, for
affected.
your characters.
Like what event?
Yeah,
Sorry.
of all the traumatic events that have happened in the show for our characters, which one do you feel like affected Jeff the
Okay,
most?
thank you.
You're welcome.
See how this works when you get older? I say, what event?
Okay.
I'll go.
Please.
Not even that And this is so much fun because season 2 really did explore this. Not just that Shauna killed Adam, it's that Shauna had an affair with this guy. Jeff can't seem to get over the ego blow that he just isn't enough, which he's it's just exposed as probably something he already knew. And he wants to be the man that excites Shauna and can save the day. And he's stuck in this loop of like, if only I can save her, save the family, do the amazing thing, rescue people, I will have proved my worth. And he just doesn't, whether it's wits or resources or whatever that are falling short here, he's not quite pulling it off. So that's what I'd say.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't feel bad for him.
I love you. And I love Jeff so much. So I would say for Callie, there's the two bigger, like, obvious ones. I think one, when Shauna tells Callie that she killed Adam and admits to it. I think that's, like, I don't know. Let's just all take a second and think about, like, if our mother revealed when you're 17 that, oh, yeah, I did kill someone. Like, and she seems kind of nonchalant about it, which was, a little unsettling. There's that. There's also the, again, everything that happens at the compound. And, of course, I feel like Callie is, like, getting to this place as we build up in the finale of, like, she takes the gun from Jeff's car. She has this feeling she's going to need to protect her family, and she's willing to do that. But, again, let's just take in for a second, as a teenager, watching a group of women in animal masks chasing your mother down to kill her. So there's that. Yeah. But I also just want to add, like, one of my favorite moments that affected me and informed Callie so much for me was the scene that I share with Warren in season 2, episode 8, I believe it is, when we're talking about when I find out about the baby. And I love that moment so much because it's so meaningful. It really, like, humanizes Shauna for Callie a lot, I feel like, and allows Callie to have a lot more empathy for her. And also, I forget the exact line, but a big sentiment in that scene is, like, Jeff being there for Callie and saying that you don't have to carry the weight of your parents' trauma. And it was just a moment where, like, a parental figure, like Callie's dad, is really there for her, and that's something that she's longing for so much. So that was really an impactful moment for me. And for Callie, I think.
Thank you.
Well said.
Thank you.
Rachel, you'll have the last question today. Thanks.
Rachel Leishman from the Mary Sue.
Hi, Rachel.
I love Jeff. He's my favorite character. I love a good himbo. But I
beg your pardon.
I do really love the shifting dynamics in this family in season 3, especially between Callie and Jeff when she gets in trouble and he's trying to parent and it just does not work and she ignores him and does what she wants anyway. How much fun is that for you guys as actors to get to play how these characters' relationship has evolved from season 1 into season 3?
Fun is a good word.
Yes.
I mean, the stakes are serious in the scenes and
for sure
intensely frustrating for Jeff. But I certainly had more fun than I have in any of the other seasons doing this season with you.
Oh,
Melanie.
I'm going to cry. Yes, I honestly have...
We're all very familiar with each other. And the
Yes.
characters, we kind of...
Yeah. I have so much fun working with Warren and working with Melanie. And as you're to the sentiment of, like, how Jeff and Callie evolved this season together in their relationship, I just have so much fun playing that out and playing with Warren, and he's so talented and he makes me laugh so hard. I ruin so many takes. And as Warren pointed out, the stakes are very real and serious, and we get a lot of those moments this year too, which was nice to play. The softness and emotionality of that I loved doing with you as well. But it's an interesting juxtaposition as an actor to have the stakes be so high and the circumstances so dramatic, but have all these moments of levity, and playing with both at the same time is, like, a really cool thing to get to do.
Hear, hear.
All right, that's all the time we have for this roundtable today. Thanks all for coming. Please say your goodbyes and exit the Zoom room.
Thank you guys so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Yeah.
Have a great
Thank you,
day.
everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go on.
Thank you.